Okay guys, so this is Zoysia grass plugins. We plugged these several months ago. They have started to spread. They've spread, but they haven't covered much ground, but they're spreading all the same. They were a lot smaller when they were plugged. Probably see if I can get a photo and add it to that. Okay, as you can see, this area is still growing. The only problem is there's a lot of stones on this ground, and we have to remove that. This area here, you can see, is still spreading, but stones everywhere. They still have to be raked. We raked the first batch before, but after the rains come, get more stones as some of the soil seems to wash away. So I've kind of stopped really raking it as much until and let it spread, and then try and remove them at a later time when it's not raining so much. This area has a lot more spread on it from those plugs, as you can see. A lot of weeds too. Problem is with doing these plugins, you get a lot of weeds, and you have to weed those out by hand. I find it's better, or even the grower initially told me that it's not a good idea to use weed and feed, so I don't know. I've used a little bit of it, but it didn't seem to work much. Didn't see much effect. Well, as you can see, that's one of my little gardens I've added onto that. And a little traveler's palm that I propagated from a big one coming up. Wow, this area, if you look at this area is full of, it's got Zoysia grass. This is the last batch that I added, but I added it at a later date. So it's still pretty young, but there's a lot of weeds. I've been weeding this area, but they grow so fast. Recently rains and the weeds came up like crazy after that. But as you can see, it does spread. It takes time though. A lot of work and time bringing it up. And that area there is still spreading, growing, but taking its time. Needs to be cut some more. We'll be doing some cutting soon to mow the lawn and try and see if we can spread some more, and need to rake it again and remove most of this. Okay, so we're back a few months down the line to show you how the plugs are coming along. This all started with plugs, as you've probably seen earlier. Okay, this is covering up to rake out some stones, remove weeds, spray weeds. It's almost done, but it's not yet there. Let me take you around so you can see. So it's still some patches, as you can see. We still have not covered up. I had to add some more soil. May have to top up with more soil later on. This area is kind of like was the last plug area to be plugged. It was plugged a few months later, so it's still behind in terms of progress. I raked some of the stones. There's 2 stones to rake out. I keep doing it, but every time it rains, they always seem to show up. But I'm gonna have to do that until it really covers up. As you can see, the grass was recently cut, so some parts are still showing a bit yellow. Maybe they'd grown too high. Okay, let me walk you around. So you can see how it's coming along. I'll probably have to top it up with soil sooner or later. I've just been not too keen on the expenditure because it was slightly high, but anyway, no ideas. To get things looking nice, you have to spend a little here and there. Okay, this is how it's looking. Coming round, these areas most of it is covered up, and it's just now a matter of maintaining and keeping it the way I want it. Okay.